Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Private Practice with Soul podcast. This is the first podcast for counsellors that just don't align with the traditional approaches to business and that want to use their spiritual gifts, talents, and interests to create, you guessed it, a private practice with soul. So, look, leave it to me to provide you with everything you need, including strategies that you can use to increase your income, reduce your workload, and of course, increase inquiries and referrals to your beautiful soul-led private practice. I love it so much. If you haven't done it already, grab your journal, grab your pen, and let's begin. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Private Practice with Soul podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brooklyn Storm, very puffed out because I've just had a dance break. I know, it's a bit retro, isn't it? Threw on Gloria, you know the song, and dancing because it's just been one of those days where there've just been so many successes and so many breakthroughs, not just for my clients, but for me too. Like if you've ever used ClickFunnels, you'll know what I'm talking about. Finally was able to connect, Zapier to my lead magnet, to my Flowdesk account. Oh, just successes, little breakthroughs, and just puts you in the mood. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll sit down and I'll record my podcast, but I was just in the mood to move. And so I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. So that's what I did. So yes, back from Daylesford, and oh my gosh, can I just tell you, I really needed that break. I really needed it. It was such a beautiful time because not only is it a lovely area, and I've already shared with you, it's such a good vibe there spiritually speaking, but I also realized that I don't go away to Daylesford to rest and recharge. So I think, although I say that to everybody, oh, I go there to rest and recharge. But I had a realization while I was sitting in the spa, and that was I'm not actually resting. I am recharging though, because when I go away, I feel inspired. And I think when I break it down, that inspiration is coming from, it's the result or the manifestation of me doing things differently. For example, I'm moving my body. I'm going on big walks around the lake. I'm standing and I'm watching the leaves change color and fall. They're beautiful Japanese maples and big maple trees, and the leaves are just like, oh, gorgeous, like red and yellows and oranges and greens, and some sound crunchy when you walk on them and others don't, and little blossoms just falling from the heavens above, and it's just, oh, it's so beautiful. And it was so cold. It was like 1 degree. I think my hottest day there was 3 degrees. And so it was really, really fresh and really, really brisk. And the other thing that I did was I drove a lot. So I drove from Daylesford to Malden, and I went to Ballarat, and I went to Bendigo, and I went to Mount Franklin, and I, got fresh mineral water from there. And it was just, yeah, I think that's what I find healing about it. And then I had a really nice experience at 2 of the crystal stores in Daylesford. One was called the Empress and Wolf. And while I was there, I got some moldavite, and I got it as a ring. And honestly, last time I had moldavite, I was sick because it's so strong. Moldavite's a tektite. And, I think it's only found in the Czech Republic. But anyway, so you buy it, and it's just like this little fragment of, it looks like wrinkly sultana, but sort of bottle green. It's not an attractive stone, I don't think. Like, no offense, stone, but anyway. But I used to have a piece, and it made me so sick. And it turned out that the way that moldavite works is it's very, very powerful, and it goes to the part of your energy or your body that really needs healing first. And so that's why it was bringing up a lot of stuff for me. Anyway, when I moved last year, in the move, somehow I've managed to misplace the moldavite. I wasn't too upset about it at the time. Anyway, lately I've been feeling like I really need the moldavite. I've got to get the moldavite. And anyway, I got it. It's on a ring. I'm wearing it. I'm not sick. It actually feels really good to have it on. And the other thing that I got from there was, what did I get? I can't remember. Oh, I got the Spirit Animal Oracle card deck, and I got the Mother Mary Oracle card deck by Alana Fairchild. So I'm really happy about that. But there was this other crystal shop across the road near the roundabout there. It's getting bigger and bigger. They do all kinds of things, all kinds of healing, readings, energy work, stuff like that, and they sell crystals. And anyway, I was in there and I bought a starseed crystal. Never had one before. Love it, love it, love it. I bought a beautiful amethyst ring. I got a pendant for Mum that's, what's it called? Moonstone. And I got a Larimar, because I love Larimar. If you don't know what Larimar looks like, it's kind of reminds me of chrysocolla in that it's kind of like the sea, but chrysocolla is the colours of the deep bluey green sea, whereas the Larimar is kind of like tropical, it's almost clear blue. It's beautiful. I love it so much, and it's getting harder and harder to find now. So I got that, and I got a little Hakama diamond, which it's not a diamond, it's just what it's called, but it's a very powerful piece of clear quartz because I love, 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 love clear quartz. Clear quartz, to me, I never used to love it because it always felt like going into Baskin Robbins where they've got 72 flavours and asking for vanilla, So it took me a long time to love quartz, but I do love quartz very, very much now because it's so powerful. Anyway, having a ball with all of that. But yeah, that's what I realised. I realised that I don't go there and have, a big rest. I go there and I feel like my cup gets full because I'm in that feminine energy. Anyway, so much fun. So as you can hear, I'm back. My cup's full. I'm brimming over. And what a week it's been. So yesterday we had, I can't believe it's only Tuesday today. Yesterday I had 2 calls. The first call for the new intake of clients on demand, and oh my gosh, it was so much fun. It's all women on the call, and I loved working with them. They were just beautiful souls. We did like a little grounding meditation at the start, and then we just boom launched straight into it. It was amazing. The group's really coming together, or just it's very early days. We're all still getting to know each other, and I love them so much. I can't wait until next Monday when I get to catch up with them again. And the other call that we had yesterday was for the Private Practice with Soul Success Hub, and that too was so much fun. And that was so good because we got to do some coaching, do a little bit of Q&A, and yeah, again, just beautiful, like seeing the interactions of the women, supporting each other in the chat and on the calls. And it's just, I love it so much. And yeah, anyway, so this is what's been going on. Now, around that, I've also seen a few clients, although it's only Tuesday, I have seen some actual clients, one-to-one clients, I mean when I say that. And of course, I want to share with you themes that are coming through, and also themes that, it's not just for themes that have been coming through over the last few days, but also before I went away, this was a thing. And well, my theory is it's come up because it's the end of financial year. And so it's a big transition phase for a lot of us. We're either, changing fees or updating policies, fixing websites, all that sort of mid-year stuff that's so much fun to do. But anyway, what I am noticing is I call it like the flamingo. It's in my mind, what I see is I see a flamingo, and the flamingo has 1 foot behind and 1 foot striding right out in front. Hasn't yet got that foot down. It's just starting to put its foot down at the front, but it's a stride, a great big puddle. And I feel like so many people that I'm talking to at the moment are in this in-between stage. Their back foot's not quite lifted off the ground yet, and the front foot isn't quite planted on the ground. So their body's in between in that stage. So yeah, calling it the flamingo. And I think what needs to happen is we just need to understand, first of all, that when it comes to running a business, we're going to have ebb and flow. It's not always going to be flow. It's not always going to be linear. Yep. There's going to be these in-between times. There's going to be the pause. And it doesn't mean that you need to do more things. And it certainly doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with the business. And, I can totally appreciate how scary it can be when it feels like there's a little bit of a slump happening in your private practice, or maybe there's a little bit of a transition on the horizon and you're not quite sure yet what you're going to do and what action you're going to take. And so you get all in your head about it. Yep. I know, because it used to happen to me as well. But here's what I understand now. When the slump happens and things go quite quiet, or when there's a bit of a transition on the horizon, all your stuff comes up. Yep. And this is happening because there's going to be some type of expansion. And so the stuff that comes up is that ego mindset. And when I talk about ego in this sense, I'm talking about it not in a bad way, but in the sense that your ego here is all the preconditioned programming, about what's safe and what's not, and based on life experiences, life lessons, and we become vulnerable and susceptible to what loved ones are saying, family, friends, peers, and colleagues. We ask for their opinions and then we regret asking for the opinions because we start doubting ourselves, even though our body and soul are pulling us in one direction. Now we've got all this big doubt. So here's how I want to support you with this. I want you to ask yourself, what's this fear really about, and how can I reframe it? And the reason that I want you to use that as a journal prompt. So yeah, if you've got your podcast book, go and grab it and your pen and write that down. Because I want you to reframe it in terms of, I'm just using a new software here. Reframe it in terms of something that is more powerful, more supportive, and more conducive to you being able to get results in your solid private practice. So for me, what I say is, when I become aware that fear is bubbling up to the surface, because it still does for me too. It doesn't matter how many years you've got under your belt or how many degrees you've got. I mean, I've got 25 years and a PhD. I still go through expansion, and I'm always going to, and you are always going to, and your stuff's going to come up. But I reframe it now as, when it comes up, that's a sign from the universe that the universe is reorganizing things around me to, create a clear path so that I can take this next step. So yes, that's why things are feeling wobbly. It's because they are wobbly. When the universe is organizing things for me, it has to let some things go to create space for new things to come in. And sometimes that can look like, maybe you're not losing some clients, but maybe some clients aren't booking in anymore. Maybe you're finding it difficult to attract new clients. But you know what? It's part of the expansion process. So my suggestion would be, leave things alone. Let the universe do its work. You don't need to know the how. The universe will always take care of it. What I would suggest you do is use this time to, first off, get grounded, so that you don't feel wobbly and you don't feel fragile. get grounded, and then really think about, okay, what can I do for my feminine now? Maybe that's you go and create a new vision board. Maybe it's a vision board for the month or the quarter. Maybe you go outside and you just breathe the fresh air and you lay in the grass for half an hour. Maybe you go for a walk. Maybe go and see a girlfriend. Maybe go and eat something really yummy and delicious. Maybe just enjoy having an afternoon off. If things are quiet, I don't think you need to fill up that space by doing more things. I think it's a sign for you to look at who you need to be in this moment in order to get to that next level for yourself and for your business. So the second journal prompt really, or meditation prompt, or, whatever you want to do with this, would be, who do I need to be right now? Or what does that successful version of me that's already reached the goals I'm currently working toward now, what do he, she, or they, what would they be doing in this time? Would they be running around trying to fill it up with more busy work? Probably not. But find out by connecting in with that energetic version of you, and then take some kind of aligned action from that. Okay, that's how you're going to start to feel better, safer, more secure, more comfortable, more confident, all of those sorts of things, right? Now, the other thing that I want to share with you is this. I'm going to ask you a question, and I just want you, obviously can't tell me the answer, can you? Because this is a podcast, but I want you to think for yourself, are you really good when it comes to tasks in your private practice? I want to know, are you really good at starting them, implementing them, or finishing them? Starting, implementing, or finishing. If you had to choose one, which are you best at? Are you best at starting, best at implementing, or best at finishing? Okay. And now what I want you to do is I want you to look at which one do you get stuck with the most? Starting things, implementing things, or finishing things? Like, which one of those three areas is overall, in general, your biggest challenge? Starting, implementing, or finishing? Now, this is why this is important. If you have trouble starting things, I want you to ask yourself, who am I stopping myself from being? Who am I stopping myself from being by not starting? Okay? Who am I stopping myself from being by not starting? Because here's the thing, when you start something in private practice, you need to embody the energy of a particular version of you, right? Whether it's the successful version of you, whether it's the version of you that gets stuff done, whether it, do you know what I mean? So who are you stopping yourself from being, or who are you stopping yourself from becoming by not doing, by not getting started? Yep. When it comes to implementing, I want to ask you, what are you not doing that's keeping you stuck, and why are you not doing it? What are you not doing when it comes to implementing things, and why are you not? Okay, so you've started, but you're not actually implementing anything. Okay, because it's the implementation that's going to create the change for you. So I want you to unpack that and go a little bit deeper with it. And then the last one is, what are you not allowing yourself to have by not finishing? What are you not allowing yourself to have by not finishing? And do you know what? This could go the other way as well. And maybe what are you avoiding by not finishing? That's a big one, isn't it? What are you avoiding by not finishing? So what we've done there is we've used, in very general broad terms, that be, do, have model, and are applying it to your private practice. And the reason that this is important is because I want you to get clear on where it is that you're feeling challenged, where it is that you're feeling stuck, so that you have a key to unlock that, so that you can deal with it more effectively moving forward. This will allow you to, minimize the slumps or cope with the expansion when all of that starts to come up, which it will, okay? So work through those prompts, see how you go. If you want to discuss them, of course, just connect with me on Instagram or, write to me on Facebook Messenger. It's not a problem. Or if you're in any of the groups, tag me and, we can work through some of this stuff together. So that's that. I hope that this was an interesting episode for you to listen to. If you have a topic that you'd like me to discuss on a podcast episode, do let me know. Always open to your feedback and suggestions, of course. And I just want to say welcome to everybody that's in the Private Practice with Soul Success Hub. If you want more information about that, again, just let me know. I will put a link in the show notes so you can check it out. It's a $7 membership for counsellors who are wanting to start their private practice or who are in private practice but aren't yet seeing results or the types of results that we really want to be seeing. And it includes like a monthly coaching call, monthly training, loads of resources and a super supportive community. So I hope that you can come along and join us. And yes, you can cancel anytime and all that sort of good stuff too. So have a beautiful day, everybody. Thank you so much for your company again. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day, and I will talk to you on Saturday. Bye for now. I hope that you loved this episode as much as I loved putting it together for you. To get more resources to help you in your private practice, head over to Instagram. My handle is @theprivatepracticecoach. And also, if you want more inquiries and referrals for your business, let me know. I have a program called Clients on Demand that opens every quarter, and I can absolutely get you some information for that as well. You are doing an amazing job. Thank you for sharing your gifts with the world. Bye.